classwork 4, Algebra 2, Lesson 4-2. It says, find the equation of the parabola with a vertex at 0, 0 from the description of the focus and directrix and plot the parabola, the focus, and the directrix. Okay, the focus is at 3, 0. So that's going to be right here. The directrix is at x equals -3. So let me see here. That's going to be little off. And it's going to be about right there. So the directrix is x equals 3, and the parabola is here, or the focus is here. Now, the vertex, it gave us the vertex is here at 0, 0. Okay, so we're going to need to find the equation. Since this is going to open, it's going to open this way here to the right. It's going to look something like that right there. We're going to have y squared equals 4px. Okay. That's y squared equals 4. Now let's find p. P is the distance from the vertex to the directrix, or the focus. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have 4 times 3x. That's going to give us y squared equals 12x. Okay. Now let's check our work. Let's use the calculator to check our work. We found, let's see here, menu 3, 1, and we've got menu 3, 2. We've got y squared equals 12x. That was the equation we found. All right, good. Now let's see here. It gave us the directrix and the focus, and let's check those. Menu, 6 for analyze graph, 8 for analyze conics, and then the directrix is 5. So let's press on 5. And then we go and we highlight that, and we got x equals -3. And we had x equals -3 here. Let's try the focus. Menu, 6, 8, and the focus is 3. Foci is singular, focus is plural. And we got 3, 0, which is what we have. So our equation is correct. Good deal. Number 2, we have a focus at 0, -5. So 2, 4, -5 ought to be about right there. Okay, and our directrix is at 5, and it's going to be maybe right there. Might be a tad high. Okay, good. And then of course we know our vertex is here, so this must be opening down. Okay, that opens down. So, and it's vertical, it opens vertical, so we're going to have x squared equals 4py. Now notice, when it opens left or right, we have y squared. When it opens up or down, we have x squared. All right, now let's find p. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have x squared equals 4 times -5 times y. We simplify, and that gives us -20y. X squared equals -20y. Now let's try it in our calculator. And we'll go tab, and we've got x squared equals -20y. And there it is. And fortunately, There's our focus, and there is our Directrix. So we got that one right as well. Good deal. Move on to number 3. Our focus is at -1, 0. That's going to be right there. And our Directrix is at x equals 1, so that's about right there. Let's draw that. Okay. And we're going to notice that our parabola opens to the left this time. So when it opens to the left, we're going to use y squared equals 4px. So y squared equals 4 times. Now we got to find out what p is. We go left 1, so that's -1 x, and we get y squared equals -4x. Doing well. Let's try number 4. We have a focus at 0, 2, that's right there, and a Directrix at y equals -2. Notice this one is going to open up. It's going to open up like this. And that is excellent. So we're going to have x squared equals 4py. P is going to be 2, so we're going to have x squared equals 4 times 2y. So x squared equals 8y. Good. Notice that the vertex is always halfway between the focus and the Directrix. It's always halfway. The focus is always inside the parabola. The focus is always inside the parabola. Those are important things to remember. They'll help you figure them out. Let's see, number 5. Find the equation of the parabola with the given information. So we're given a vertex of -3, 6 and the Directrix of -1.5. Okay. Well, let's see here. We're going to need some information. Well, I'm going to need to give you some information. I haven't given you yet. To find I'll do that. Oh, that was that. Yeah, let's pop this back on. Okay. The form that, well, there is 2 ways. You've got y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h, or it is x minus h squared equals 4p times x or y minus k. All right, so we're looking at this one here, and I'm not real sure. Just looking at that information, you're not real sure. So I'm going to draw a little. I'm going to draw a little. What do you call it? A little thing here. Help me get it going. All right. So what do we got? Vertex is at -3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So negative 3, 6 is going to be right there. There's my vertex. My directrix is at x equals negative 1.75. So that's going to be almost 2. That's going to put that over here. Right there. Which means my focus is going to be over here. Let's see here. It's kind of in the way. That means if this is going to open like this, right? And of course my focus is going to be over here. And let's see, how far is that? How far is that? That's negative 3, that's 1.25, so that's going to be, this will be at 4 1/4, right? So that's the difference. So we're going to have y minus k squared equals 4p and then x minus h. Okay, h and the k is the vertex. Vertex is h and k. So what can we fill out? We've got y minus 6 squared. I got that 6 right there. Equals 4. And then we got x minus negative 3 or x plus 3. We got to figure out p. Well, p is 1 1/4. So that's going to be negative 1.25. Didn't really leave myself enough room there, did I? So we're going to have y minus 6 squared equals, and it's going to be negative 5 times x plus 3. We might have checked that. So we got y. All right, let's go in here. And tab. Let's go in there. And I had y minus 6 squared equals, and that was negative 5 times, and that was x plus 3. And there it is. Well, let's check it. So negative 7/4, which is negative 1.75. And where is, oh, there it is. Negative 17/4, so did it in fractions. Okay. So that looks right, negative 7/4, and this well, I don't have the menu, 6, 8, and the vertex 2, and that gives it to you negative 3, 6. Negative 3, 6, and negative 1.75. All right, this one here, we have a vertex at 620 and a focus at 611. And let's draw some little graph here. Probably going to need a big graph, right? So 620, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I drew it about half along. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Maybe I need to change the scale. What if I was to change the scale? I'm going to change the scale. We'll say 5, 10, 15, 20. So 620 would be right there. Okay, and the focus is at 611. That's going to be right there. So that's going to open up down like this. Well, that tells us that we need x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. Well, we know h is 6, k is 20, so we've got x minus 6 squared equals 4, and then y minus 20. Well, what is p? P is the distance from here to here, and that is -9. So that's -9. So x minus 6 squared equals -36, and then y minus 20. And there we go. Number 7. It says find the equation of the parabola with a vertex at HK from the description of the focus and directrix and plot the parabola. Good. Let's see, we got a focus at 5, 3. So that's going to be 5 is going to be about right there, and 3 is going to be right there. So there is our focus at 5, 3, right in the middle. Our directrix is y equals 7. Well, let's see, 7 is going to be right there. So let's draw y equals. Right in the middle. There we go. So there's our directrix. Well, if this is our focus and that is our directrix, where's our vertex? Well, let's see, how far is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go 1, 2. Our vertex is going to be here in the middle, and it's going to open down. Which equation do we use when it opens down? We got x minus h squared equals 4p, and then y minus k. Well, here is our vertex, and that's going to be, well, 5, and let's see, 4, it looks like 5, 5. So we got x minus 5 squared equals 4, and then we have y minus 5. We got to figure out p. Well, p is down 1, 2, so that's -2. We have x minus 5 squared equals -8 times y minus 5. I wonder if this is correct. Let's check it. Tab. We'll delete this old one. And we have open parentheses x minus 5, close parentheses squared, equals -8, open parentheses, y minus 5. There it is. We got y equals 7. We got y equals 7. We have a focus at, where's their focus at? I see it right there, but I don't see it there. 6, 8, 3. And there it is at 5, 3. What did we say our focus was? 5, 3. So there we go. We got it. Now let's try number 8. We have a focus at -3, 3, 2, 3. That's going to be right there. We have a directrix at x equals 3. Directrix of x equals 3. That's going to be right there. Oops. So if our focus is here and our directrix is there, where's our vertex? Halfway in between. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now, what is that point right there? That point is 0, 3. I wrote it right on that. We'll put it 0, 3. That is our vertex. I'll put a V there. And that means it's going to open to the left, because it always opens towards the focus. And we're going to use y minus k squared equals 4p, and then x minus h. Well, what is our p? So we got 1, 2, 3. Our p is going to be Our P is -3. So we got y minus 3 squared equals 4 times -3, and that's going to be x minus 0. So do a little simplifying. Y minus 3 squared equals -12, and then just x. And there we go. Doing well, doing well. That stuff it's just different. It ain't hard. Nine. This new PDF reader is kind of touchy. Number 9. Whoa, what do we got there? It says convert the equation to the standard form of a parabola and graph the parabola, the focus, and the directrix. Ruh-roh. Okay, so we have y squared minus 20x minus 6y minus 51 equals 0. So, do it by hand. You know something, why don't we just do it with a calculator? That'll be nice and easy. We'll go on, new, no, and then we'll go to graphs. Menu, 3 for graph, 3 for equation template, and let's see here, there's 2 for parabola. Well, none of those seem to work, do they? So what we're going to have to do is hit escape, and we're going to go down to 6, conic, and we'll use the general equation. So what do we got? Oh, where'd it go? Menu, 3, 3, menu, 3, 3, 6, 1. X squared. Do we have an x squared there? We do not. So let's put a 0 there. Do we have an xy? No. We do not have an xy. Do we have a y squared? We do. There's just one y squared. Do we have an x? It's -20. Do we have a y? That is -6. Do we have a constant? That is -51. And there it is. Okay. So menu, 6, 8, and let's find the vertex, 2. And that's -3, 3. Excellent. Menu, 6, 8. Let's find the focus. 3. And, I hate when it does. These programs are they are competing 0, 0. And that is just a 1. And then negative, well, x was -20, wasn't it? -20. And y was -6. And we had -51 for our constant. There it is. Y squared minus 20x minus, there we go. Menu, 6, 8. Our focus is 3. Let's click on it. There it is. Let's find our directions. Menu, 6, 8, 5. And click on it, and there it is. Okay, there's our equation. Now, based on this, we can find our equation the way we normally do. What's the distance here? 3, 4, 5. So P is 5. We got P equals 5. Then our vertex, what was our vertex? -3 and 3. -3, 3. Right? And it opens to the right. It opens to the right. So we're going to have y minus 3 squared equals, and then 4 times 5, that's going to give me 20 times x minus -3, or x plus 3. There's our equation. Okay? Now, for those of you that like a little challenge, I will go ahead and show you how it's done, just for giggles. We got y squared, and let's see, minus 6y. Okay, and then equals, we got 20x, I moved it to the right, I added 20, and then 20x plus 51. Okay, now I'm going to add b over 2 squared to both sides. And that's going to give me, well, y squared minus 6y plus -6 divided by 2 is -3. -3 squared is 9 equals 20x plus, and then 51 plus 9 is 60. Okay, so now we got y minus 6 divided by 2 is 3 squared equals, I'm going to take a 20 out, 20, and that's going to be x plus 3. The exact same equation, both ways. So, folks, I'm giving you 2 ways to do it. One with a calculator and one with by hand, algebraically. Number 10. Number 10. I got x squared minus 14. Okay. Let's go into our trusty rusty calculator, and I'm going to on, new, no, show you where to find that again. We got menu, 3, 6, and 1. X squared, we got 1x squared. We have no y squared, so, or xy, or y squared, so we'll zero both of those out. X, we have negative 14x. And y, we have a negative 12y. And we have a plus 73. And there it is. So, menu, 6, 8, 2 for the vertex. Menu, 6, 8, 3 for the focus. Okay, notice the difference between that. That's 3 units. 5 minus 2 is 3. And then menu, 6, 8, and 5 for the Directrix. That's down there. So let's go where we got. We have a vertex of 7, 2. Vertex 7, 2. And so our P, we had calculated that was 3, wasn't it? Yes, 1, 2, 3. All right. And what else do we need? Oh, it opens up. Opens up. So we're going to have x minus 7 squared equals 4 times 3 is 12, y minus 2. Okay. So our vertex, what did we say our vertex was? Well, it's right there, 7, 2 is right there. That's our vertex. And then down here, Our Directrix was down here, and our focus was 7.5. 7.5 would be right there, and it's going to open up like this. We good? All right. The equation, the equation for the cross section of a parabola of a parabolic satellite dish is y equals 1 over 50x squared, measured in inches. How far is the focus from the vertex of this cross section? Okay, we have y equals 1 over 50x squared, right? Okay. Now I did the equation as x squared equals 4py, right? So let's multiply 50 on both sides. We got 50y equals x squared. And just so we got x squared equals 50y. Can we take a 4 out of there? Well, let's see. 50 divided by 4. And let's see, 4 times, that's 1, and that's 4. 1, 0, and that's 2, that's 8, and then 2.0. So I get 12.5. So x squared equals 4 times 12.5 y. So the distance, how far is the focus from the vertex? P equals 12.5. The focus is 12.5 inches from the vertex of the cross section. Engineering. The equation for the cross section of a spotlight is y plus 5 equals 1 over 12x squared, measured in inches. The bulb is located at the focus. How far is the bulb from the vertex of the cross section? Okay, so we need to rearrange this. I'm going to multiply both sides by 12 equals x squared, and just so I got an x squared equals 12 times y plus 5. And remember, the equation is x squared equals 4py. So I'm going to divide this 12 by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So x squared equals 4 times 3 y plus 5. So my p is 3. P equals 3. So the bulb is 3 inches from the vertex of the cross section. What now? Good. Number 13, when a ball is thrown into the air, the path the ball travels is modeled by the parabola y minus 7 equals negative 0.0175 times x minus 20 squared, measured in feet. What is the maximum height the ball reaches? How far does the ball? You know, I think what I would do on a problem like this, I mean, you can get it all right out of there. But what if we was to go into our calculator here, on, one, no, and go to graphs, menu, 3, 2, and we're just going to graph it. So we got y minus 7, y minus 7 equals negative 0.10175 times, and then we got x minus 20, x minus 20 squared, and graph it. So there's the path of the ball. Menu, 4, 4. Okay, there's the path of the ball. So if I'm looking at this that's, you know, let's see, what was the question? What is the maximum height of the ball? That's going to be the vertex, right? So we'll go menu, 6, 8, 2. 20 and 7. So the maximum height of the ball is 7 feet. Was that not in the equation? Yes, the maximum height of the ball was 7 feet. How, okay, the max height of the ball is 7 feet. How far does the ball travel before it hits the ground? That's going to be this spot right here. Menu, 6, 1, and that's 40 feet. The ball travels 40 feet before hitting the ground. How could you have found that? How could you have found that algebraically? What is the y? What is the y when the ball hits the ground? It would be 0. So you can have 0 minus 7 equals negative 0.0175 times x minus 20 squared. Okay? If we divide both sides by negative 0.0175, that would give us plus or minus 20 equals, let's see here, well, let's do that in the calculator. That's not, let's see. Negative 7 divide negative 0.0175. That gives you 400. So 400 equals x minus 20 squared. Take the square root of both sides, and that's going to give you plus or minus 20 equals x minus 20. Add 20 to both sides, so x minus 20 equals 20. X minus 20 equals negative 20. That's the plus or minus. Add 20 to both sides, and you got 40. Add 20 to both sides, and you got x equals 0. So it started out here at x equals 0, and the furthest it went out was 40 feet. So the ball traveled 40 feet before hitting the ground. Excellent job, folks. I'd like for y'all to try number 14 on your own, and then have a good evening.